Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to our final session, session 3, set 5, story 4 of the Yellow Books. Can you remember the title of our story? Well done, it was The Gingerbread Man. I'd like to start off, we're going to turn to page 6 and practice reading our story green words. If you have a partner at home, pause the video now while you practice this. If you're using me as your partner, I'll point to the word, you say it, and I'll repeat what I think you said. We should be really quick at this today because we practiced this in our 2 previous sessions. Are we ready? Your turn first. Test. Fresh. Crisp. Cloth. Felt. Like. Lead. Felt like lead. Now for the multisyllabic words. Currants. Buttons. Crafty. Dusty. Oven. Gingerbread. Well done. Now we're going to read the whole word with the suffix included. Your turn first. Finished. Winked. Pulled. Sniffed. Lifted. Sticky. Gasped. Grinned. Licked. Well done. Now we're going to move on to our red words. I'm going to point to the word, you say the word, and I'll repeat what I think you said. If you have a partner to do this with at home, pause the video now. If you're using me as your partner, your turn first. I'm going to do the words today out of order because I think you'll be good at them. We've practiced them in our last 2 sessions. Your turn. To. Of. There. Was. You. Small. Do. Were. Some. Said. Her. Of. Want. Was. Are. All. What. School. Was. Well done. Now that we've practiced our green and red words, we're going to play a game of jump in. I'm going to read the story. I'd like you to follow along as I read. And when I pause, I'd like you to jump in and say the word that I was going to say next. I set. Hands, legs, a head, 6 currants for buttons, and the last gingerbread man was finished. Well done. Anne put down the bag of currants. Her husband Seth pushed the tin of gingerbread men into the hot oven. Well done. That was when the last gingerbread man winked. Well done. I think I will get them out of the oven, said Seth at 6 o'clock. He pulled the tin out, sniffed and bit off a bit of. Well, I have got to test them, he said. Fresh and crisp, not. He left the tin next to the bread bin with a cloth spread on. The last gingerbread man lifted his sticky head off the bottom of the. He lifted the cloth, he lifted his legs and jumped out. Well done. He ran out of the kitchen. Stop, yelled. Stop, yelled. He ran from Seth and Anne, singing, Run, run as fast as you. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread. Anne's black cat, Lucky, began to run as well. Stop, yelled. Stop, yelled. Stop, yelled. But the gingerbread man ran. Run, run as fast as you. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread. Well done. Seth's fat dog, Bonzo, began to run as. Stop, gasped. Stop, gasped Anne. Stop, gasped. Stop, gasped Bonzo. They ran so fast that their legs felt like they had to stop too. But the gingerbread man ran on. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread. Well done. Then the crafty old fox began to run. "Stop," he yelled. "Let me help you, gingerbread man." He licked his. The gingerbread man stopped running and grinned at the crafty old. "Well, thanks," he said. The fox led him along a dusty. At the end of it was his. The crafty old fox licked his lips, and that was the end of the gingerbread. Well done, you did a great game of jump in there. Now it's time for you to read the whole story yourself from the start to the end. I'd like to try really hard to use your fluent reading voice, which means you need to read all the way up to the punctuation marks, be it the comma, exclamation marks, or full stops without pausing. Pause the video now while you do this. Well done. Now it's time to have a look at some questions. What did the gingerbread man do as he was put in the oven? You'll find the answer to this on page 9. Pause the video if you need some time to think. Can you tell me your answer? Well done. The gingerbread man winked. How did Seth test whether the gingerbread men were ready to eat? You'll find the answer to this on page 10. Pause the video if you need some time to think. Can you tell me your answer? Well done. He pulled the tin out, didn't he? And he had a sniff of them. He had a smell of them. And then he bit off a bit of the leg, so he had a taste of them to test them. Well done. The next question says, why did the gingerbread man run away? Have a think carefully. Turn to page 11. It might help you with your answer. Pause the video if you need time to think. Can you tell me your answer? Well done. I think the gingerbread man ran away because he was scared to be eaten. He'd just seen Seth pull the tray out of the oven and eat another gingerbread man's leg. He didn't want that to happen to him, so he ran away. Who else started running after the gingerbread man? Turn to page 12 to find the answer. Can you tell me your answer? Well done. There was Seth, his wife Anne, her cat Lucky, and the dog Bonzo. Well done. Why did they stop to rest? You'll find the answer to this on page 13. Pause the video if you need some time to think. Can you tell me your answer? Well done. They stopped because their legs felt like lead. This means that their legs were very heavy and they were very tired. Who did the gingerbread man meet? Page 14. If you turn to that page, it will help you with your answer. Can you tell me your answer? Well done. He met the crafty old fox, didn't he? Why did the crafty old fox lick his lips? Turn to page 15 to help you with your answer. Have a think. Can you tell me why you think he licked his lips? Well done, I think you're right. I think the fox licked his lips because he was hungry and he was planning to eat the gingerbread man. Well done. That brings us to the final session, the final part of our session 3 on the gingerbread man. I'd like you to find, for this part of the session is hold a sentence. I'd like you to find your exercise book and a pencil. If you need to pause the video to get these things ready, you can do that now. We're going to hold a sentence. I'm going to say it first. He jumped out of the tin and ran from the kitchen. He jumped out of the tin and ran from the kitchen. He jumped out of the tin and ran from the kitchen. Well done. Can you help me count the words in that sentence? Use your fingers. He jumped out of the tin and ran from the kitchen. That was 10 and another one was 11 words in our sentence. Well done. Do you think you can have a go at writing that sentence? I'll remind you of it one more time. He jumped out of the tin and ran from the kitchen. Pause the video now while you write the sentence. Well done. I'm going to share with you now what your sentence should look like. The first word, can you tell me what it was? Well done, it was he. Remember, you need a capital letter at the beginning of your sentence. He. The next word was, can you tell me what letters I'd need for that? Can you use the letter names? Jumped was J, U, M, P, E, D. Jumped. He jumped. The next word, letter names, out. O, U, T. The next word, of. Letter names, O and F. The next word, the. Letter names, T, H and E. The next word was tin. Letter names, T, I, N. The next one, and. A, N, D. Next word is ran. Letter names, R, A, M. The next word is from. He jumped out of the tin and ran from. Is letter names F, R, O, M. The next word is the, which is letter names T, H, E. And the last word in our sentence was kitchen, was K, I, T, C, H, E and N. Remember to put that full stop at the end of your sentence. That's what your sentence should look like. Pause the video now and check that your sentence looks the same as mine. If it does, give each word a tick, and every time you've remembered a finger space, give that a tick too. If you've made a mistake, neatly put a line through it and write the correction above it. Pause the video now while you do that. Well done, boys and girls. You've worked very hard in today's session. That brings us to the end of our final session of our book, Set 5, Story 4, The Gingerbread Man. Thank you for working so hard, boys and girls. See you again soon.